most famous physical therapist on the internet.
All right, hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we are going to talk about the perfect 10-minute daily posture routine. Basically, we're trying to fix your sit. And plus, we're doing a giveaway.
Giveaway. Exciting, Bob.
If you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com and go to the giveaway section. We're going to reveal at the end what we're giving away. We're going to show.
Oh, good.
It's pretty cool. By the way, you can also find it at bobandbrad.com. If you can't wait, it'll be at Facebook. It'll be pinned at the top of the page. Also, go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok if you're looking for a 60-second version of our program. By the way, this little criticism is coming from the guy who the other day just couldn't find his socks. And where were they, Brad?
Well, in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Where else would you put your socks? You know?
All right.
What does that got to do with this video?
Well, you were kind of criticizing for me for losing the way I spoke there. But.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are a sitting society. The thing is about sitting, Brad, do you mind sitting in this chair once with bad posture?
I love this shit.
When you're sitting with bad posture, this greatly affects your standing and walking postures. So if you sit like this for a long period of time, when you stand up, Brad, stand up, a lot of that's going to carry over and you're not going to even realize it. After a while, that's going to feel normal to you. To stand like this is going to feel abnormal. It's going to feel like you're exaggerating.
Right.
So your body gets that position sense. So when you're sitting with poor posture, we're looking at a lot of different things we got to correct. One, we got forward head. Two, we got rounded shoulders. And sometimes we get a neck hump right here, kind of a rounded. We get a rounded mid-back and low back. Look at all this that's happening.
Hunchback.
Hunchback, yep. We get tight hip flexors. Your hip flexors are getting tightened up.
Which can also contribute to low back pain.
Yes, and also when the hip flexors are tight, it can cause your butt muscles to get amnesia and not work.
The gluteus maximus specifically.
Yeah, glute amnesia. And you can get kind of weakened and stretched out upper back and shoulder blade muscles.
It's a lot of no good, Bob.
A lot of problems. So we're going to show you 7 exercises to correct these problems. We're not going to do it in real time because we're going to be explaining these as we're doing them.
You mean like the 10-minute title?
Yeah, the 10-minute title. But you can do these in 10 minutes easy. And some of them you may want to do a little bit longer depending on where your problem areas are.
Exactly.
So let's first take the problem area of, I want to talk about this rounded out area right up here, the kind of the neck hump. This is the best posture exercise I do, Brad, I think. It's using,
what is it?
So I use the iPod.
The iPod.
No, not the iPod. The back pod.
Why, Bob? Why?
All right, I didn't put the socks in my refrigerator, but I'm pretty good close apparently. So you can do this, by the way. You don't necessarily have to buy one of these because they're expensive. Brad's got a tennis ball.
Tennis ball works pretty good.
Yeah,
that works. If this works good and you like it, you'll be happy to have one of those.
So what we're going to try to do is to stretch. We're trying to stretch the upper back here. Turn around, Brad.
Yep.
So we're trying to stretch these areas right in here. They're really put together with tough, tight, hard ligaments. They're hard to stretch. So we need to get in there really aggressively. So here's the shoulder blade. You're going to put the ball right between the spine and the shoulder blade. And you can hit like 6 areas here. Here, and here. You can lay on this. You can put, and it might be too aggressive to start off with, to lay on it. But in that case, you might put a towel over it.
It can be painful. It's pushing into the muscle.
Right.
And if you're not used to it, it's uncomfortable. But you will adapt if you be consistent with it.
Another way to do it is up against the wall.
Sure.
So basically, Brad's going to show. You go up against the wall.
I'm just pushing so I can get my range of motion. Some people have no problem. So the nice thing about this is with the ball is actually you can roll up and down to get those areas. And it gets those knots out of the muscles.
Yeah.
And it promotes a really good posture on your spine.
Almost everybody who has poor posture in this area here.
It's all connected.
And you can try to work on stretching, but the best way to work it is, believe me, to do these. I've worked on my posture for years. Always, I still have working on it, of course. But the best thing I have found is doing something along this line. Sometimes people take these and put it in a sock. And it makes it easier to get behind there.
And you can do it on the floor.
Yep. You can,
not on the bed, though.
Yeah, not on the bed. This is too soft. But just to give you an idea, you just can lean on it like this. I use the back pod, not the iPad or iPod, because I put it right there, like in place like that.
Move your arm over just so they can see. So could you see that, Liz?
Yeah.
So
and I put my arms up like this, so it expands my chest, and I do stretches with my legs while I'm doing these.
Oh, good.
So I'll go this way, I'll go all the way down, and catch all 6 spots while I'm doing my stretches. And again, very expensive. I'm going to warn you.
Well, that's relative. I mean,
Relative,
$80.
yeah. Right, but I understand. We know the guy who invented it. He's a good, upright guy.
He's a physical therapist.
Physical therapist from another country, New Zealand. And I don't know what I did there. Is that a shoe, do you think?
Bob, we're not talking about the little black marks on it.
But it's well made. You could drive a truck over it. It's not going to break.
Is.
And it's built for doing just exactly this thing. All right, well, enough of that. Next thing, your back, again, getting rounded out. This is one thing that I think most people should do, especially as you're younger and as you get older. If you don't have spinal stenosis or spondy like Brad does, I want you to do some press-ups because you got to stretch that low back because you're going to get rounded out in the wrong direction. So we're taking the back and stretching it into the direction where you haven't been pushing it.
And most people Bob's age don't have this good of flexibility, but that's okay.
They're kind of going up like this. The pelvis is coming up, or they're able to go only this far. If you can only go this far to start, that's fine.
Yep.
Start working it, and eventually, hopefully, you can get further and further. But that's going to keep your back out of problems, and it's going to work on your posture better so that you're not going to get to that rounded out.
10 repetitions of that is more than enough for one bout.
Yeah.
Once a day, twice a day.
So what about those tight hip flexors, Brad? What are we going to do about those?
Well, it all depends. The easiest thing to do is, get a pillow and put it on the floor or a cushion like this. Put the knee down. Have something to hold for balance if you need it. And like this, now this is my right hip flexor. I'm going to stretch. There we go. I feel it right there. I can feel that stretch good. So pressure on, pressure off, and do that 10 times. And obviously, you're going to do it both legs to get the other one. And, Bob, you always put one hand back here, actually, on this side, and then you kind of...
Exactly.
To help a little stretch. And that's, if you feel like a good stretch. And boy, you really need something for your knee. If you do this on a hard floor, it's going to be, unless you're tougher nails, it's going to hurt your knee a little bit. So just a little pillow or cushion.
I would say, Brad, the vast majority of you people out there listening to us right now, you need to stretch your hip flexors. Yeah. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, it's
a common problem because you sit and they tighten up and it starts pulling you over and it just throws your pelvis off and
it's a good posture thing too.
Yeah, it's a good posture thing.
That's what the whole movement.
All right, what about for the people whose glutes are turning off and they're not firing like they should be? They're gluteal amnesia.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and do some single leg or double leg bridging. You're going to start off with. So we're just going to lift up, going to tighten up the muscles of the buttocks. Let's squeeze the quarter between them if you can. You can start off like this, but eventually, if you're strong enough, you want to go ahead and bring up one leg and do one leg at a time.
There you go.
That one really works it. I can really feel it now.
So now the right gluteus maximus is being worked. Now the left.
I started getting that hamstring little cramping like you do, Brad.
Yeah, someone commented the other day. I was reading the comments, and he or she said something. I don't understand what you're talking about hamstring cramp. I don't know if it's an age thing or not, but as I get older, I have more tendency to hamstring.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely felt it there. I can still feel a little bit right there. So
be careful with cramping.
Yeah. All right. How about the ball and the chair, Brad? Do you want to show this one? This is great for. Now, the one we did with the back pod was really good for upper mid back, I would say. This is more, it can hit more the thoracic area.
Between the shoulder blades.
Yeah.
So you take a ball 6 or 8 inch, and it's nice to have a soft one, or like this one is partially flat. Works really well. A hard one is going to not work well. So you need a softer ball like this. And I'm going to put it right there. And a firm upright chair works really probably the best. And you can do it in an office chair though. And we just do this. Sometimes it's helpful to do this and relax and breathe. If you don't breathe well with this, it doesn't work as well.
It's even good to do a little
Yes.
bit of a chin tuck while you're doing this
Yep.
too. So you bring your chin and tuck it back.
Yeah.
Yep, and you're right, Brad. And you can even put your hands behind your neck
Yep.
like this and stretch back and stretch your pectoralis major and
Yeah.
minor there a little bit too.
If you want to bring
So-
the head back, that's an option.
The
It feels
ball.
good.
This is really a great exercise developed by Mike, one of our employees, and it really because you can put it up and down in the different
Yeah.
parts of the back.
Yeah. You can see I started high, now I'm down low, and it just feels fantastic.
It really is a great exercise.
is.
It's so simple to do and just inexpensive to buy a ball like that.
Yeah. Well, I
Next
just
one,
take it from the neighbor kids. you know.
yeah, that's right. He's a favorite in the neighborhood. You can tell. Next one, you can just take a broomstick or you can take a sheet. But all you're gonna do is, yeah, there we go. I don't know. You probably don't have the sheet, huh?
I took it back, Bob. Sorry.
Yeah. So you can just take a sheet or a broomstick or a booyah stick, and you're gonna bring it back like this. And what's nice about this is, I'm gonna go from the side here too, Brad.
Right, I was going to say that.
So you can bring it back, and you can bring it all the way down like this, and stretch. And you're stretching everything to the max. But
Right.
you're also, when I'm doing this, I'm actually squeezing my shoulder blades together too. So I'm actually working
Right
my
here.
back. Watch my back. I don't. Can you see that?
Well, you
It's
can
working.
see where the shirt is wrinkling
Yeah.
is where things are happening. So, and also, there's going to be some people who are not this flexible, and if you
Right.
cannot do this, that's okay.
And
I'm one of those
A
people.
lot of times, if you put your arms out further and further,
Yeah.
you can go, and then over time, if you get a little more flexible, you can put your arms together closer like this.
One
You can't
morning,
do this one?
I not like that. I have my shoulders are tight, Bob.
Sure.
Turn sideways once. Do it improperly with head forward posture.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be like this.
Yeah.
You're going like this.
Be aware of that.
Yeah,
Be
you should
cognizant.
be doing somewhat of a chin tuck while you're
Yeah,
doing this
yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's a great one to do. Should I take my shirt off?
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, I could take my shirt off. If you
Ah,
want me to.
well, if you
Old
want our
person-
views to plummet, take it
Yeah,
off.
Okay. All right. The last one is
Oh.
wall angels. So just real simple, nice one to do. We'll
Let's
move
get this.
out of the
There
way.
you go.
Yeah. So we'll go up against the wall here, and what's nice about this is you kind of get a posture check.
Yeah.
To see how you're doing. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep my hands and elbows right up against the wall, and I want to see how long I can keep them against there because they're starting to come up right now.
His head is against the wall,
Yeah.
and his butt is against the wall. Shoulders are against the wall.
Oh,
You're hugging the wall.
Yeah. Now, what's going to happen for a lot of you? You're going to get up to here, and you won't be able to get your arms back.
Yeah.
And you might even, some of you might not be able to even down here, Brad.
It depends on your shoulders and your age. Typically, the older people have difficulty.
Yeah, what's going on here? You're stretching, and again, you're strengthening because you're trying to hold the shoulders back here. So do a bunch of those. You could do a good set of 10 of those,
Yep.
and you'll fill up your 10 minutes. Remember, we're going to show you just real quickly now what our giveaway is.
The giveaway, which is related to posture and
Yep.
everything we did. So everything works together. Everything in the universe works together, Bob. Let's go on.
Okay, this week we're giving away the wall anchors. We actually developed these ourselves. Brad and I did, and designed by Jay. And what's nice about these, you can use them with pretty much any exercise band set here.
Right.
Exercise tubing with handles. You got to buy those separately. But with the giveaway, you actually get 3 of the. We're going to give 4 of those, right?
Four
you get-
wall anchors.
So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 here. You won't get 5. You get 4.
All right. You can put the fourth one wherever you want, but we oftentimes go low, middle, and high, and you'll see why.
Yeah, and then sometimes we have 2, so you can do wall hanging with it.
That's coming
but-
up, yeah.
So here you can go ahead. You can just slip these on. There's a myriad of ways you can put these in. You can have them so they don't slide like this. And what's nice about it, you can go ahead and do posture exercises along with these
Right.
a whole different ways. You can do biceps. You can do triceps. Brad's going to show on the middle one there. Why don't you do chest, Brad, how you flip around and do
Yeah,
chest?
I'll do my flies this way. And, a good way to, this is one way I really like to do biceps is put it on the lower one. And, we'll show Bob's double when you can double these up and you can work biceps here. We can work this type of exercise. This is one of my favorites, Bob. I love doing this cross one. Where
Sure.
I'm working those upper delts and I get those legs involved. It's a whole body exercise.
Well, and what's nice about it, you can actually do latissimus dorsi.
Ah,
These
yes.
lats are hard to do at home. You can do, I'm tall, so I have to sit for a bit, but I can pull down like this
Yeah.
and do lats. So it's just a great all-around exercise for home if you don't have a set of weights.
Right. Just Google Bob and Brad wall anchors and you'll see a number of our videos show other wonderful exercises you can do with these.
Yep. Thanks for watching, folks.